Hello, welcome aboard. This is Svempa here. I'm going to show you a game I had in my IS-8 recently. It was a lot of fun. Basically just going to show you a little bit of what I do in my games. This will probably be the first one I upload, and you're going to see me doing an acceptable job in holding the middle, while the rest are basically doing what they are supposed to be doing in other parts of the map. Not all of them, of course, grant you, this is full of tanks. But yeah, they do an acceptable job, and credit where it's due. This T-54E1 does a good job, and T-71 will be doing some quite interesting things as well. But I will mainly focus on me this time around, because I'm playing alone and it's a random matchup. As you can see down at D1 and 2, they are crowding the corner, which can be an acceptable idea, but you'll have to be very flexible to do it. Can't just run around peeking there and expect nothing to happen to you, because it's an open place. There's some cover, but not enough really. Now I'm meeting heavy resistance in the middle, and the first shot of the game I get into me in my lower plate there, which is unfortunate but acceptable, because it's the start of the game. I've got quite a lot of HP, even though I haven't got the second turret on this one. But, you know, it works. Your HP is there for a reason, and it's taking those hits that, well, of course that was a bit of a miscalculation on my part. I wouldn't think that he had the time to fire there, but he did. I was a little bit further forward than I should have been. But he didn't get an amazing roll. I didn't either on him. Well, it works. And here will basically be a setting pressure on this part, so that they can't really do what they like, and try to, at least as far as I'm able, to keep them a bit spotted, together with this T-54E1, who, as I stated previously, will do a good job at it. What basically is that is I see that the KV-4 is not interested in me, so I'm going to be nudging myself forward. I know that there's a ridge line that they will be having trouble firing at me through, and they'll mainly have the front of my turret, which is bouncy enough, not the perfect one, but it's entirely acceptable. Turning in one arm at the front works well at this angle, and especially when they can't hit the juicy parts of my lower plate at a favourable angle. As you can see here, we have a flank in the east, because it's going to be an IS-3 of VK4502P and an M103. They are a bit too far forward, where they can be basically pulled apart and taken down by their artillery, which is quite a sad state of affairs, but it's very common that people get baited into taking enormous risks early, and it often results in people losing the games. Because those are some heavy tanks, they are high tier, and they are quite necessary for our victory. Luckily in this case it's not a determining factor of how the game ends up, but it's still not nice. Also, they of course, there's not, to their credit, it's not that much artillery in this game, but the problem is that if you get too far forward, you can be sniped from almost any direction, and it's not that smart, to be honest. I'm giving a bit of a general view on this map, as I'm doing now, because, well, as I've stated previously, this is going to be the first one I upload, so I'm going to give you a bit of a sneak peek of what I will be trying to do in my videos. And this Lurvey has something of a deflector shield on him. Of course, this isn't a supremely accurate gun, but he gets a bit lucky sometimes, you know. General all of tank stuff. I've been having some problem with my lag as well in this particular game. I generally don't have any lag problems, so I will only mention them when they actually hurt my game, and if it changes anything. But it's mainly not the ping; it's just the fact that I sometimes get spikes and loss. I had about 50% loss when I checked it up afterwards, but it didn't really matter because if you play this game right, it won't impact your game considerably unless it's enormous ping differences. And it's a bit of a weird shot, but it works out. I didn't think it would hit, but it's always worth a go if you're in a position where you can basically cripple an enemy. It's most often worth it, unless you're in a position where you really need the shot to guaranteed hit. But now I'm going to start moving down here, because I feel that we are in a position where the STI is a bit, preoccupied. The E-75 seems not to be a big threat, because he's been doing mainly nothing. And I need to, get some heat off of the T-54E1, because that poor sod is on a very low health. And if I can nail this E-75, we got a free pass back into their base, which will be necessary for victory. And as you can see up here, there's the E-75. I see he's over-angled a bit, so I'm going to put one in him for his trouble. And there we are. And now things are going to get a bit sticky. I'm going to get attacked by the STI, and this E-75 will do something that I don't recommend for anyone to do, because this gun is crazy on this IS-8, sorry. So what he basically is going to do is going to race towards the middle, and by now I'm quite certain that the STI and the new Chinese WZ, whatever number it is, will probably go up to about D2, D6 or 7, I'm quite certain of. But they won't, for some reason I don't quite understand. Maybe because they are trying to get to their base, but considering their numerical disadvantage, I would probably have made a different decision. Tried to flank and get a couple of people in the back, but it doesn't work that way generally. Well, thanks. To his credit, Nako, in the STI is playing a good amount. He's playing well. He's using his STI strengths against me. Maktab, not so much, sadly. And the WZ won't even try to challenge me because he knows I can one-shot him, which is fair enough, but if you want to win, you're going to have to risk something. And I had a weird hit there on the E-75. I'm basically more or less letting the STI put shots into me because I had the HP for it, and the E-75 was not interested. And there I just got tired of it, and this is basically the end of the game. Because of the cap, which is fine, because this were a bit of a close game, so it works enough, but there you have it, and thank you for watching. This has been I hope that I've been giving you some insight to what I will be representing in World of Tanks, in the World of Tanks casting community. There will be more of this, there will be lengthier videos, a bit more analysis to come. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you around. I have been Svempa. Good night.